Hello and welcome to another episode of Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon, and Happy New Year. It's now 2018, so now midway through January, just thought I'd give you a quick January tour and we'll have a look around the greenhouse, have a look around the garden and maybe talk about some of the plans for this coming growing season. Enjoy! So here we are in the greenhouse, middle of January 2018. So here's some cornflowers that I sowed. Let's have a quick look. 9th of September. Those are looking reasonably good, overwintering nicely. Down here we've got Sweet Williams, so I think we've got about 80 of those. So those need to be all grown from my own seed. So we'll look at putting those out in this season. The pitcher plants are overwintering, so just reduce water, don't put any water in, just let them die back. They'll spring back to life in spring. Just a couple of geraniums, actually 3 geraniums there, just overwintering. I've left some in the garden, so we'll see how they do. And I've got the mini greenhouse inside the greenhouse to try and keep the frost out. And just have a look at the temperatures. So it's been as low as 3.8 and a dizzying height of 7.9. So what we got? So here's the sweet pea that I sowed in September, I think it was. So we're going to start them earlier on, see what they look like. Just squeeze in the back. Lupins grown from seed in there and there. At the back is fuchsia. You see on the label there. That's the one from what I call my granddad's fuchsia. Those were sown on 15th of August. Some more lupins in pots, growing those for my mother-in-law. Let's have a look at this shelf. So we've got some fuchsia cuttings, 4 pots of those. Hopefully we can keep them. What I've done this year is I've watered them with vine weevil killer, because I sometimes have problems with vine weevil that eat the roots. At the back we've got snapdragons. All those seem to be growing reasonably well. More lupins, got a little bit carried away with those. Let's have a look further down. Here we are with more snapdragons. Let's have a look at the label. Those were sown on the 9th of September. All looking really well. So hopefully we can put those out early spring once the frosts have gone. Here we've got hybrid fuchsia. So that's a mix between pink fizz and the one I call my granddad's. So there's 12 in there, so let's hope we can keep them going over the frosts. And here we've got some more grown from seed, again just to see what sort of hybrids we get, see how they develop. Let me just move this leaf. Not any diseases going on there. What else we got? Cactus I've just left. I'm not sure if we've lost them or if they'll survive, but those are the seedlings. A lavender and a mint that's died back, which I'm sure will come back to life soon. Just in the background, in the back of the greenhouse, 3 fuchsias, just overwintering. I've left most of them out on the allotment, which we'll see in a moment. Let's start on the veg patch. So on here we've got some perennials, and more often than not, you've got the fuchsias that I grew last year from seed, all overwintering. We'll see if they all spring back to life in spring. Let's see. A couple of the silver birch trees, those are going to go in the bottom garden, so I'll put those in soon. But everything's died back. There's the blackberries and the grape. Background the lavender, all died back. Bottom border. So the rhubarb died back, should start coming back soon. You can force rhubarb if you want by covering it. But everything's just died back. There's a patch of Sweet Williams. The fuchsia, I call my granddad's fuchsia. all died back. The nerines just ready, and I think we've got the early signs of spring. There's daffodils just poking their head through. I've got some more there and some more here, and for a splash of colour, the hellebores just bursting into flower. But all looking very cold, damp and dead. Side borders the same, nothing happening. And here the little border. Sweet peas died back. What we can see is a few alliums just starting to poke their head through. The tail feathers looking alright. And then the wisteria all died back. But here's a signs of growth again. Pots of crocuses, daffodils. So not much happening. Let's just check on the overwintering begonias and dahlias. So here we are in the garage. These are the begonias. All looking alright. Just overwintering. There's a little bit of mould there, so we might need to get rid of that. Those we should be able to replant very soon. Here's the other ones. Should just make them out. The begonias just dying back, just to save the tubers. And I've got some of the bigger ones in here. Let's have a look at one of them. That looks looking alright. So just save that, and we can plant that in spring. Watching in the next video to see how and when we start the begonia tubers into life. Let's have a check on the dahlias. So let's have a look at the overwintering geraniums and dahlias. So there's a couple of geraniums just overwintering. Just put them in a pot with some soil, keep them a little bit damp, not wet. And here's the dahlias. You saw me dig up in an earlier video. Tubers looking nice and healthy, no signs of mould. And then another set there, all looking nice and healthy. And what we'll do in the video soon, keep watching, show you how and when to plant them up so you can start them into life. But it's a good idea at this time just to check and make sure none of them go mouldy, so you don't want them infecting the other tubers. But so far so good. So that's a quick roundup then of January. That's January tour of the greenhouse and the garden. Not a lot happening, but very soon we'll be starting to plant up our first seedlings of the year with my heated propagators, and I'll also be using a soil warmer that I got for Christmas. So we'll be seeing how that works out. But don't get too excited about sowing too early unless you've got somewhere to store them and keep them frost free. Otherwise all your hard efforts will be lost. So hold on as much as you can, although it is getting quite exciting. I'll be looking at purchasing some new vegetable seeds and some new flower seeds. I'm going to have more varieties of dahlia this year, and I'm also planning on growing some celery for the first time. So keep watching to see how successful we are with that, and we'll continue with the fuchsia hybrids and see what sort of varieties we can get. Hopefully some of them that you saw in early videos, where we've got fuchsias that are a little bit of a trailing variety, some that are more of an upright variety. So the uprights I'll be trying to make into standards, and the trailing ones we're going to see how they fare in hanging baskets. So keep watching, subscribe if you like what I do. Please leave comments in the boxes below, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. And please feel free to leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you, so don't be shy, and of course I'll reply. See you soon.